Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of Help Me, I'm Scared. Now, let me explain something to you guys, okay? So this is a brand new podcast that I'm basically starting, and I know you're probably thinking, why are you starting another podcast? You literally had another one with your best friend, and you guys literally haven't filmed in a long time, okay? And yes, you guys are not wrong. So here's the thing, right? I feel like I need to really explain what's going on with that podcast, because if you guys don't know, I do have another show called Sunflower Roses that is with my best friend in the whole wide world, by the way. Shout out to Fatima. And we've only ever made like 2 episodes. And here's the thing, right? I think I've mentioned it before, and I'll keep mentioning it because it's genuinely the truth. We're not just making excuses because, we're lazy or we're bad podcasters or whatever. Typically, here's what I've learned from people who do podcasts and all that. A lot of people, when they want to start a podcast, specifically if it's just like you and your friend and like you guys just want to mess around and all that, which is kind of what we were doing, it tends to not work out so great. And what I mean by that is that a lot of people who start a podcast are typically not gonna commit to it. And I'm well aware of that, okay? I'm well aware that this right here, what I'm filming right now, may not last. And that's okay, because at least, you know what? I was bored at the moment and I thought of doing it and I at least got out of the way, okay? Who knows? I may not do another episode, but I'm gonna really try to, okay? Now, the reason why we don't really film Sunflower Roses is because of problems with our schedules, okay? So Fatima and I have both very different schedules, okay? For example, there's days where I'm available, but she's not available. And I'll be honest, there's days where we're both available, but we don't have anything planned, right? And another thing that I will be honest about, and I think I've mentioned it before, not necessarily having to do with the podcast, but having to do with my YouTube channel. And that is that if I'm not in the mood, I'm not gonna do anything. Because here's the thing, right? We've had multiple times where we both wanted to film and we already set the time. We were like, all right, we're gonna meet this day, my house, this time. Have your have like a plan of what you want to talk about, what you want to mention during certain segments, and we're gonna do it, right? And then it's like every single time I make the plans to start it or to do it, something always goes wrong. And it ruins it for me because I'm not the type of person where if I'm feeling down about something, whatever the personal reason is, I'm not going to come on here and portray a character. I've mentioned that. I've made that loud and clear. I'm not going to do that because for me, I don't really like it. I don't like doing that. I'm not someone who can just, ignore the fact that I'm having a really, really bad day. Something is really, really picking at my mind right now. And if, my mental health is kind of just, if I'm going through it with my mental health, I don't want to do any of this. And I don't feel the need to portray a character and stuff. All while I'm like, mentally just like going through stuff. Sorry if you're watching this. I forgot. I went to the gym earlier and I completely forgot that I put my bangs up. So I'm gonna let the girlies come down. Come on down. I've never put my bangs up like that, so they're probably all messed up. Alright, well, my bangs always look like trash, but you know what? A girly can try her best, okay? There we go. They're not cute, but it'll do for now, okay? But anyways, yeah. So, to answer any questions about the other show, Sunflower Roses, if you're wondering whether or not we're going to cancel it or we're just going to stop doing it, So far, our plans are not to do that, okay? Because we still here and there talk about like we should talk about this on the podcast. We should like do this, do that, like for when we film and stuff. So it's like we both still have the mentality that like we still have a show. We're not like, oh well, it's not like we even do it, so why even bother? We still want to, but the problem is we're just never able to. And my problem is I always want to, right? I'm always like really, really like in the mood to just film here and there, because there's just days where like I'm just so in the mood to film something. Like even like my last video, I posted a video where I did a story time about a time when I got misgendered, and it was a pretty funny video, even though it was kind of serious in a way, but it was mostly supposed to be hilarious and all that. And I was just in the mood. I was in a good mood, and I did it, and I posted it, and it's so far done really, really well. And I was at the gym actually, and I checked on my YouTube Studio app, where I can check like all like my views and all that, and I saw that I got my very first transphobic comment on there. And which is fine. It's not fine, but it's gonna happen. I'm just used to bad comments, because truthfully, like, I really appreciate like every single one of you guys who gives me a nice comment. You guys compliment me on my looks. You guys compliment me on how the video's doing. When I vlog, a lot of people like to comment how like it's so comforting and cozy, which like I like that, because that's like the whole point of vlogging in my opinion. And so it makes me happy, but I am aware that I get more hate comments than I do sweet comments. So at this point I think I'm kind of used to it, which again, not necessarily a good thing, but I mean, there's not much I can do. There's not much I can do. Like, people are only gonna just tune in to spread hate or to spread love, and truthfully, I've kind of just learned to just brush off mean comments, you know what I mean? Like, as long as you're not getting too personal where now you're starting to threaten people like in my life, then you should be fine, But if you just want to comment saying that like I'm still a man, like stuff like that, then I'm used to that, because I get comments like that all the time anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'm taking little pauses here because I'm still I'm drinking my protein, because like I said, I went to the gym and all that, and so yeah, made my protein. I made it in a small shaker this time, because I typically use my Gamer Subs one, which is like a bit bigger, and it fills me up so much to the point where I don't even want to shoo, I just dropped it. Thank God it was sealed. If you heard that slap, by the way, that was my thigh. Jesus, these Thunder guys are very clappable. But yeah, yesterday I went to the gym and I made my protein shake, and I used my Gamer Subs cup, and it's just like, it's a lot, because obviously, like, I still want to like eat food, like yesterday I went to the gym, left around like 4 p.m. and around 5 p.m. is around the time that like I eat like dinner and stuff, and I went out afterwards and I had my protein shake with me, and it just like filled me up so much that I even debated. I'm like, do I even want dinner? Like I'm so full, like I'm no longer hungry, but obviously for the sake of dinner I still ate something, because I was like, I don't want to just go to sleep without technically eating food, but yeah, protein shake. I got to take my little pauses from recording because I'm drinking that. I'm also eating my lunch, which currently consists of chicken dino nuggies with buffalo ranch, specifically the Jurassic Park brand, okay, because your girl's a sucker for pop culture like that. But anyways, yeah, I love going to the gym. I don't know if I've ever talked about the gym and all that, but I like going. Yesterday and today I focused a lot on glute workouts, you know, because truth is, your girl's trying to have a dump truck, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to have like a fat old thing, you know? I'm trying to get some buoyancy in there, you know what I mean? I want to fucking bounce, you know? That's kind of what I want, you know? God. No, I'm just kidding. You know, when it comes to you know, bodies and stuff, obviously, you know, body dysmorphia is a very serious, real thing. I can say that I used to have it, you know. I understand I'm not in shape, right? I mean, I have figure, kinda, but I kind of like where I'm at, you know what I mean? Like, I'll be honest, I don't know where I'm at my health, like health wise, like, I don't know, right? Like, I should probably go get a physical, because I'm like, I don't know if I'm eating too much bad stuff, or if I'm working my body out a little too much, that maybe my body's exhausted. I don't know. I should probably go get checked though. But as far as like, you know, losing fat, stuff like that, growing type of shape, I'm kind of satisfied with what I've got so far. Obviously, you know, I'm still working on my body, but you know, for me, like I said, I'm trying to grow a dumpy, because you know, when your girl used to be, you know, a boy, I had the weirdest ass. Like, I'm just saying, like, I had a really weirdly like shaped ass, that it's like there was no curvature to it. Like, my ass kind of had dimples, you know what I'm saying? Like, they kind of like sunk in, like as if like I was clenching. Like, that's kind of what my ass used to look like. Nowadays, I definitely see some curvature. I'm just kind of working on the top shelf type up here, like where my lower back is. That's kind of what I'm still working on. But so far, my progress, I can't really complain too much, because I'm like, you know, it may not be the level I'm trying to reach, but hey, it's something, okay? Because at least this time, like, you see my back go like this with my butt, you know what I mean? If you're only listening, I'm sorry, I'm doing a little curvature, you know. Back then, my back used to go like this, and it kind of dipped in like that, and then it's my legs down there. So it's like, you know, at least there's something there, you know. I can't complain too much, and you know, it's still a work in progress. So I guess I, you know, really keep it up. But yeah, protein shake, love it. I need to switch flavors though, because here's the thing: ever since I started taking protein shakes, I've only ever had the chocolate one, and at this point I'm kind of tired of it, because it's like, that's all I have, you know. I've never tried the strawberry one. I know there's like vanilla one. Every time I go to like Target or any store like that where they sell you like protein powders and stuff, they have like all these like flavors. Like, I know, like I might be wrong, but I think Bang has their own protein powder. There's a lot of like fruity ones, and I think there's also some you can take in like pills. That I might be wrong. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't like pills or anything like that. I mean, I don't mind taking them. I'm not saying like I prefer my medicine in liquid or anything like that. I don't mind pills. But I will say, protein, I'm a fan of it. You know, I like it. I like kind of what it does to the body. I understand that it's technically you're putting fat into your body, because it's like, if you really look at the, you know, if you look at the ingredients, it's not like you're dropping weight, you know. But obviously for someone like me who's trying to, like, you know, grow a little something back here, I'm bound to take some protein, you know. If I were to just be like, you know, I just want to do some cardio, just want to lose weight, and just that's it, then, you know, I guess protein wouldn't be necessarily something that you should look into. But I mean, hey, you know, it helps. Not that you guys care, but if you guys want to know what this one currently has, so this one is my my thing is right here. Actually, if you're watching this on YouTube, it's right there. That's my protein. I don't know the brand, but it is chocolate flavored. So it's chocolate protein, and then I put a spoonful of collagen, which also powder. And then I like putting bananas. I put half an apple. The reason why I put half is because yesterday I also did half. So my remaining half, I just put it in this one. And then I do 2 little cups. Not like the jar that you can just get a spoonful and just put in there. I use the little cups of like yogurt, like the Greek yogurt with like fruit and stuff. I put 2 of those. Did I say banana? I put banana. And then I put a spoonful of peanut butter because peanut butter is pretty high on protein, and it's just one of the recommended ingredients when I was first like, looking into like what can I take to like, grow muscle in the glutes and all that. And a lot of people said that peanut butter is a really good one. I used to put honey, but I ran out of honey, so I don't have any in it. But I used to put honey before, like, a while back. I used to put like an egg, but not store-bought. Okay, don't get me wrong, not store-bought eggs. Where I live, we have like a little farm, so we have chickens, and so our chickens, lay eggs and stuff. So I would take an actual chicken egg, and I would use that for my shake. However, I've heard that it's more recommended using like actual chicken eggs, like straight from the chicken, rather than like store-bought, because I think it's just healthier. It's a little more higher on protein or something like that. I'm not really sure on the ingredients or like how that works. I'm not a health expert, to be honest. I don't even know why I'm explaining all this. I'm just telling you guys what I'm drinking right now. As far as the Dino Nuggets, look for the Jurassic Park brand. That's literally it. I'm not a health expert. I'm not trying to educate you guys. I'm literally just telling you guys what I'm eating right now. So yeah. Anyways, do I have plans for this podcast? In a way, yes. In a way, no. The reason why I say no is because I kind of set this up not really planning to talk about anything. Like, I don't really have plans. Like, I literally just decided, you know what, I kind of want to film a podcast. I'm going to do it myself, and I'm just going to talk. And so far, I'm a little lost, but it's fine. It's the pilot episode, so it doesn't really truly matter to me. Chances are, I don't know how many people are going to really listen to this or watch this, but I'm here, let's talk about some stuff. And every week, hopefully, we can talk about some stuff. We can talk about some movies here and there. We can talk about any weight loss journeys. If you guys want a little update on how it's going back here, we can talk about that. We can talk about some gay stuff, because everybody loves gay stuff. And if you don't, then like, you're on the wrong channel, friend. Just talk about some stuff. I kind of just wanted to like update you guys on like my progress so far as girlhood. Okay. And the reason why I say this is because it's been a while since I really like committed to like my YouTube channel, and I kind of want to like talk about some stuff that like I've kind of like seen in myself as far as like my progress with girlhood, because I know like in the past it was a little more different, because it was like I was starting out. It's like I'm learning stuff. I'm learning what it really means to be a woman. I'm learning what women are into. I'm learning what women do. And if I identify with any of these things, because in a way it also kind of helped me realize, like, is this girlhood thing even like meant for me? Like, because I could still be a girl, but it's like maybe I don't really associate with girly things, which is not the case, because I am super girly, like, if you haven't noticed. Okay, but my whole life I've kind of been girly, even when I was a boy. To be honest, when I came out to my entire family, my like probably like honestly, I'm gonna say 100% of my family already told me that they kind of figured, you know. So it's like yeah, it's pretty obvious that I've been girly my whole life, and I kind of make it obvious. But as far as girlhood goes, I can honestly say that I have definitely, I mean, I was already talking about it earlier, but I have definitely grown to really love and appreciate my body a lot more than before. You know, because before, you know, I was dealing with the fact that, you know, my hair wasn't long enough. And obviously, I mean this, but it's like, you know, I kind of just, you know, I've grown to just feel comfortable in my own ways, you know. But, you know, I was dealing with the fact that, you know, I didn't have long enough hair. You know, even when my hair was like up to here, like it was still like, it would like if my hair didn't go like beneath my head, I would feel very like, you know, gender dysphoria coming through, because I was like, I just want long hair, you know. And obviously, like, as you can tell, I've grown really comfortable in my own skin. As far as my body shape, like I said, I've worked on my body and I'm very proud of my progress. Like I said, I'm not technically in shape because I'm a curvy girl, you know. I used to be more on like the plus size side. And it's not that I got skinny, you know, like if you guys know my friend Fatima, my best friend, not like her skinny, you know, but I have, you know, lost weight and I have become, you know, curvy, and I'm comfortable with that because, you know, most cases when you're overweight, when you're plus size and you're young and you're influenced to like want to have a, you know, slimmer body and stuff, a lot of girls think that your body has to be like thin, you know, like really, really thin. And, you know, they do this weight loss journey and they realize that they're technically losing weight, but it's like they still don't look as thin as other girls, you know? And the reason why is because we all have different body types, right? And I've grown to just accept the fact that like I'll be honest with you guys, I don't think I've ever mentioned this to you guys before, but when I used to be a femboy, okay, let's not forget, when I first came out, I technically came out as gender fluid, so it's like I still kind of thought of myself as a trans girl, but at the same time it's like I know I'm still a boy, you know. But you know, that was a while back. When I used to be a femboy, right, I used to be a bigger size during that time. I was a plus size, pretty chubby femboy, which you can look back to, by the way, because all those videos are still up on my channel. You guys are definitely welcome to look back through those. And so what I was saying is, at the time, I followed a lot of femboys and a lot of just like the gay community. And one of the things that was influencing me at that time were twinks. And what I mean by that is that, you know, obviously at the time I was expressing myself as a fruity gay boy, and I kind of just, you know, I kind of just wanted to be a little feminine, like, you know, a feminine boy, you know. I wanted to be very fruity and stuff, which I was. Not saying that I wasn't, you know, but obviously, like, when I like the amount of like, I guess like twinks that I would follow on like all social media platforms. I mean, when you know, if you know a twink, right, you know that they're like, you know, they're small, they're skinny, and I kind of just viewed myself like, I don't know if I don't think I pass in a way. Like, it's kind of hard to explain. I'm not someone who sees myself as like, you know, like for example, me with my, you know, with my gender now, like a girl. if I don't put in efforts into my look, I don't feel like I am a woman. You know, like I feel like I need the whole world to see me for who I want to look like, not necessarily for just what I naturally look like, you know, because I could wake up and put zero effort, but it's like, you know, for me, it's not worth it, because then the whole world is just going to see me as a non-passing woman, and they're going to confuse me for a boy. When I was a femboy, I would see myself as, you know, chubby. I was, you know, pretty big, and I wanted to be a femboy twink. However, I didn't feel like I was passing as a femboy twink because of the fact that I just didn't have what a twink's body looks like, if that makes any sense. I don't know if I'm making sense, but you know, passing is definitely a very hard thing to do, and it requires so much effort, you know. Obviously, like right now, that doesn't really matter, because I mean, I think my views on how I want to see my body have kind of changed. And the reason why is because when I had the mentality that I wanted to be a twink, I pictured myself with this really slim, like very thin body. Nowadays, I think if I still was a femboy, I think a part of me would still be kind of proud of my body, because it's like, well, I don't look like a twink, but I'm at least curvy, and that's also something, you know. And ever since I finally like came to realization that I was gonna be a girl, and I see my progress now, seeing this curvy body that I've worked for, I'm really proud of myself, you know. I'm really proud of my own skin, you know. Obviously, there's still some features that I struggle with, like for example, body hair. I have a lot of body hair, okay? That's one of the things that I'm still not over. But like, you know, I sit down now and I can look down at my body, and like, to me it's perfect. I think my body's perfect for me, not necessarily for others, you know. Maybe you guys don't think my body's perfect, but I think for me, for my satisfaction, I'm really happy with what I've worked for, what I've done. And I know for a fact, if I just keep going, you know, I'm gonna be really proud of myself. One thing I will say, last thing before I, you know, so I can finally move away from this whole like body stuff. Ever since I was a boy and I was, you know, big and all that, I've always had like pretty ginormous thighs. Okay, I have ginormous thighs, and that's one of the things that I was always like, you know, I love my thighs though. Like, I never want my thighs to get smaller, because I like it, you know. It kind of works along with my curviness, so I like these thighs. Okay, these standard thighs might be enormous, okay, they can probably choke someone, you know, but you know, I'm proud of myself, you know. If there's anyone out there who, you know, wishes for a trans woman to crush them with their thighs, hit me up, because I got the thighs for it, okay. The next thing that I will say, my skill on makeup, I think I've improved a lot, and I mean like a lot, because I don't look back at my old videos when I used to do makeup videos, or my femboy transitions, which I'll get back to that. When I look back at like my makeup and stuff, I'm kind of scared to actually. I'm scared to look back, is what I meant to say, because I know for a fact that I've heavily improved on makeup. I mean, maybe right here what you're seeing isn't necessarily the best, but like, you know, I think I have improved a lot. And you guys can let me know, so if you guys check out like my most recent like Instagram post, because obviously all my Instagram posts, it's like, it's me with my makeup done and all that. But I'm scared to look back at my old makeup videos or old makeup pictures, because I'm just scared that I'm gonna see like a really bad or mid like job that I'm just like, oh, like, how was I so confident to post that? How was I so confident to do that and think this is good, you know? I don't have it in me to look back at my old pictures and to kind of judge myself based on my old makeup, you know, skills and stuff, because I know, at least compared to when I first started like actually picking up a makeup brush, doing makeup on myself, I've improved so much because I've learned so much. Because I'm going to tell you guys something, and it's going to trigger a lot of people, right? When I started doing makeup, I never wore primer. I never wore not foundation. I never wore what is it called? Moisturizer. Never wore foundation. I keep saying foundation. I never wore primer. I would put foundation on my bare raw skin. I would raw dog it. Okay, I would raw dog my full face of makeup. Right. I would do so much foundation, concealer, and then I would do the most aggressive eyeshadow looks. And then my eyeliner would go like all the way up here, go like this. It was just so much makeup. And I did it in so many wrong ways that's why I'm scared to go back. Because I'm like, ugh, like I'm well aware of how I used to do my makeup. Not a fan of it. Not a fan of it. I almost want to show like my old makeup skills to like a makeup artist, or like explain how I used to do my makeup to a professional makeup artist and be like, I need you to judge me, because it was bad. It was bad, guys. Like, oh my god. Like nowadays, like I take care so much of my skin, you know. Obviously I know I have you can probably see right there, I do have some acne, but you know, I have bangs, girl. Like I'm bound to get acne, you know. Obviously now I use moisturizer, I use serum, I use aftershave technically, because I do have facial hair, and I need to shave. I just use so much, you know. I use so much stuff now that it's like I'm well aware now that it's for the sake of my, you know, health and my own healthy skin, you know. Because raw dogging all that makeup is scary to think about. Like I cannot believe I used to do that. And by the way, mind you, I used to do that, right? My main way of removing it was makeup wipes, and I wouldn't wash my face afterwards. I would literally just get a makeup wipe it all off, and then throw it away, and then I was good. According to me, I was good. I look back to that and I can't. Like I judge myself so badly for that, you know. But, you know, like going back to what I said earlier about my femboy videos. My femboy videos not only had to do with makeup, but also had to do with my outfits. As far as outfits, I like my fits. I like my style now. I've actually found a legit style of clothing now that I've kind of like enjoyed. Sometimes I mix and match here and there, but I like it. You know, I like my, you know, my little style now. I definitely have gotten into some more feminine, I should say, clothing that I'm really just like, I'm just getting more and more proud of like my progress and stuff. And I just, you know, I just love it so much. You know, I love dressing feminine. I love doing makeup. Yes, it's draining, but it's, you know, for me, in a way, it's kind of worth it, because it's like, I'm trying to feel comfortable and confident in myself, you know? And that's just, you know, this is what you got to do. It's what a girly has to do, you know? I will get into some other stuff really quick, though, just because I can't film for that much longer. But definitely my hobbies as far as girly stuff. I have gotten really, really into reading, as you guys can probably tell. And I read a lot of books that like typically like only the girlies would read. I read a lot of dark romance. Yes, I read a lot of dark romance. And also feel free to judge me, and I will do an episode on that if you guys are interested. But I also love reading like monster romance. So like I read a lot of smut, guys. Like literally, hold on. I have my book here. I'm almost done with it. as you can tell, I'm on the last chapter, but this is what I'm currently reading, Lights Out. So far, one of the best books I've ever written. Like, I've read this book, I've been reading it for like the past, like, I want to say like few weeks since January started. I know I've been kind of slow with my reading just because like a girl's been going through it. Okay, your girly has been going through it, and I just haven't focused on my reading as much. And this book, genuinely, it's very spicy. It's awakened some things about me that I will share with you guys one day on an episode here. But you know, I've just grown so in love with smut recently. Like, you know, the amount of times that I've watched porn, watching porn to me kind of makes me feel like it's a masculine thing to do. Not that the girls can't watch porn, I'm not saying that, you know, but it's just like watching porn makes me feel like a dude, reading it makes me feel like a girl. So I've grown to love my porn in this way, because sometimes I may not have time to sit and actually, like, you know, open the book, but sometimes I'm walking around the house, cleaning, doing my thing, and I'll have the audio playing, and sometimes I'll just pause and I'll just like whoa, you know, like there's a whole like intense hardcore getting it type of scene going on, all while I'm scooping the cat's litter box, you know. So it's interesting, and it's like, you know, it's kind of better than watching porn in my opinion, because here's the thing, right? You can be anywhere. You can be in public, you can be on the public transportation, you can be walking around the mall, you can be doing your chores with your family around, you could be walking, just going for a walk, walking past strangers with their dogs, whatever it is that you're going through. You could be just out listening to porn and no one's gonna know, girl, okay? But when you're watching it, you gotta go somewhere private, you gotta make sure there's no one, like, you know, watching from behind, you gotta make sure no one's, like, you know, gonna catch you, you know. If you have headphones on, no one's gonna question you, you know. And even if they are, you tell them what you're listening to, girl. Anyways, that is the end of this episode here for Help Me, I'm Scared. Okay, like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna continue this forever. I kind of just wanted to do this for fun, but you guys let me know, should I continue this? Do you guys want to know more fun stories? Like, do you guys enjoy what I do and stuff like that? I don't even know how to close this off because it's so new to me. Let me know in the comments below, okay? Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel at youtube.com/Riley'sPinkRose, and also follow me on Instagram at Riley'sPinkRose, and also stay tuned for whenever a new episode comes out for both this and for Sunflower Roses, because like I said, we're trying to figure out the scheduling. I don't know what's going on, but I do have some ideas on how I think we can get it done, but I'm gonna have to check with my girly first, okay? But anyways, yeah, if you guys enjoyed, please make sure to leave it a like, please make sure to subscribe to your girly, okay? And I'll see you guys next time for some more smut talk with your girl, okay? All right, bye.